Hello everyone, welcome to Supertrope. My name is Kane, and today we are going to be playing one of my favorite games of all time, Diablo 1. Yeah, this game, I have a lot of history with this game. I played this game when I was like 6 years old, or something like that, and it pretty much terrified me. The music, the monsters, everything. We're just gonna delete this character, but it just, oh god. So this is an old game. I'm running some weird patches to make this happen. This is pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, so this game is really old. It came out in '96, and I think it's running on like DirectX 3 or something old. But yeah, I played this game on my Windows 95 PC, and I loved it. It was one of the first kind of RPGs that I had ever played. So we're going to start from scratch here, and I'm going to attempt to play through this whole game. We'll see how that actually works, but... so first of all, we want to pick our class. The Sorcerer is usually my go-to. That's usually who I play, because he starts off kind of shitty, but then gets really good later. Like, he becomes really strong with spells. Rogue, I don't know if I've ever... I mean, I have, but it's been a long time. I think we're just going to go with the good old Warrior. Yeah. Let's just pick Warrior. Oh god, that is so weird. Hopefully this doesn't continue. Anyway, let's just name him my name, because that makes sense. Although there actually is a character in this game named Kane, so that's weird. Let's name him after my WoW character. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, he starts with Strength, Magic, Dexterity, Vitality. Strength, as you can probably imagine, is your damage. How much you can carry and how much physical damage you do. Magic is spells you can learn. Dexterity, I think, is your hit chance. Vitality is your health. So let's get going. Right off the bat, you'll notice this game looks a little old, and it is. This game, let's talk to him.
Stay a while and listen.
This game has some of the most haunting music, probably, that I've ever heard. I forget the name of the composer. I think it's like David Ullman or something like that. But musical genius, this game. It's got that, like, you know, guitar noise in the background, and just the visualization of this game, and really,
What ails you, my friend?
yeah, it continues to amaze me. So basically, the roundabout way of explaining this game is that you're basically just I guess like a mercenary, just someone who's kind of traveling, and you come to this town named Tristram, which is this place, and it's a very small town. There's maybe, you know, like 7 or 8 buildings, something like that. It's pretty small, but you get here and you hear that there are demons. Oh, look at that dude! There are demons in this church. Which, you know, sounds crazy. Like, why would there be demons in a church? That's kind of the opposite of what is supposed to happen here. But you basically go down into this dungeon, into this church, and you explore. You just keep going down. That's basically it. You just keep going down this church. Let's talk to this guy.
Please, listen to me. The Archbishop Lazarus. He led us down here to find the lost prince. The bastard led us into a trap. Now everyone is dead, killed by a demon he called the Butcher. Avenge us! Find this butcher and slay him, so that our souls may finally rest.
Okay. Yeah, so...
Your death will be avenged.
you come across this dead dude, and you can actually... I think I have the quest now? Yeah, so I have the quest, the Butcher, now. So I can actually go back to town, like, and talk to Kane and the other elders, or the other townsfolk, and ask them, like, what they know about the Butcher, and it gets a little bit dark. But let's just start going down here. Also,
Your death will be
yeah,
avenged.
the warrior's like, your death will be avenged. If he plays the Sorcerer, he's like, you know, this this black dude who has like a really deep voice, and he basically, when he says, he's just like, your death will be avenged. It's like the most cringe-worthy thing you can imagine.
The sanctity of this place has been fouled.
Yeah, so this game has kind of a cool lighting system. Like, as you can see, as you kind of like walk around, the lighting lights up. This right here is your health. This is your mana. your inventory actually takes up real space. So instead of having like slots or something like that, it actually you actually organize your inventory by moving the spaces around. Obviously, this is my character, you know, armor, helmet. There isn't a whole lot to equip in this game. Let's open the door. Man, this music is just terrifying. It still creeps me out. You basically just click to move. There's some gold. Okay, here comes some things. And you just click them, and they die. It's pretty simple. So this game was developed by a developer named Blizzard North. It was a subsidiary of Blizzard that was it was a different development team than those guys who made like Warcraft and all those games. And the original creator, like the guy who had the pitch for this game's name is David Brevik. He worked for, oh god, he worked for, I think he started the game company Condor, and basically Condor met with Blizzard eventually, and Blizzard saw like his pitch for this game and went, yeah, that game looks awesome, let's try it out. So they eventually purchased Condor and helped pay for this game, and yeah. So you don't actually regenerate your health. Let's hit these barrels. You don't actually regenerate health. You have to drink potions. And I'm trying to avoid doing it because I don't have very many. I have like 2. And these don't even fully heal you. So this game actually is kind of hard. It starts off pretty difficult. And you just have to manually save like that. If you die, you have to reload. And if you don't manually save, then you're screwed. Come here, you little bastard. Oh man. Okay, level up. That's kind of what I wanted. So let's save. Let me kill this guy. So level up. You get 5 points to distribute, and you have strength, magic, dexterity, vitality. Oh, you little bastard. Yeah, the game does not pause when you're doing this stuff, which I honestly thought was really cool when I was a kid. I was like, man, the game doesn't pause. This game's hardcore, man. Anyway, so I'm a warrior. I already have 30 strength. Magic is 10. Dexterity is 20. Vitality is 25. Let's bump up strength like 2, and then dexterity is nice because I think it's a chance to hit, like I said. And let's do 2 into vitality because that's your hit points. Also, get used to seeing that because it's going to be happening a lot. I save pretty compulsively. For those of you who have played, which this is definitely the least played Diablo game. This is the game that kind of created this point-and-click style game. You know, there's a reason that all these games that play like this are called Diablo clones, because this was, like, pretty much the first one. I mean, I'm sure that there was something similar before that, but this game really was the first game that kind of made this gameplay a thing. You know, the isometric view, click around to move, and point-and-click. So David Brevik, the guy who kind of originally had the pitch for this game, he originally wanted this game to be turn-based. It was going to be kind of like XCOM, like the original XCOM. You would basically take turns, so you would move in like these squares, and the enemies would do the same thing, so that you had to kind of plan your attack. It was, you know, almost like Fire Emblem, you could say. That was how this game was originally pitched, and I think they made the game like that for several months, 7 or 8 months, something like that. And eventually Blizzard looked at it and they went, yeah, this is great, we really love this game, you know, you guys are having something really cool here, but I think it would be better if it was real time. And David Brevik, the creator, was just like, no, I think it should be turn-based. So they basically just kind of they kept discussing, you know, whether it should be real time or turn-based, and eventually everybody was kind of like, yeah, well, let's just try real time. Let's see, you know, let's see what it's like when this is me check my map, by the way. The map like overlays like this is really cool. But anyway, so let's just try it out. Let's see what it's like when it's real time. And he, you know, he took, the story goes at least, that he took the game home and coded it up in an afternoon on a weekend to make it not turn-based, to make it real time. And he just basically fired up the game and went right over to a skeleton and clicked it, and the skeleton died, just like that. And it was just kind of one of those like epiphany moments where it's just like, oh, this is good. There's nothing like this. And you know, the more you play it, it's just clicking and moving. It seems like a really simple concept, but it was pretty revolutionary. Yeah, I gotta thank him because these style of games are some of my favorite. Let's go in here. We'll see how entertaining this is to watch, because this game is kind of a... it's a very, like I said, kind of ambient game. You kind of... You feel uneasy when you're in this world, because the music is very foreboding. It's very haunting. And you're kind of on your own, and you're in this like creepy church with like crazy skeletons and shit, so it just creeps me out. But there are 16 levels in this game. Maybe that's a spoiler. Maybe that's a spoiler, I don't know. But yeah, you basically just keep going down in this dungeon. I think that this game was originally kind of supposed to be like Rogue, which, if you've heard the term roguelike, you know what that means. It's a game like Rogue. Rogue was a game on DOS that was... I think you kind of went down like a labyrinth, and you just basically went as far as you could until you died, and then you'd start over. This game was supposed to be like that. There was supposed to be permadeath and, you know, all that. But they eventually didn't do that. Although, this game does have a very famous mode called Hardcore, which if you die, yeah, you're done. Oh, dude. Okay, so I have this saber. So my sword right now does 2 to 6 damage, and the saber is 1 to 8. So it has lower minimum, but higher maximum. I think I'm gonna use that. Also, you can't dual wield. You have to have a shield, or a two-handed weapon. Try to keep the map off, because it kind of blinds everything. Oh, level up! Baby! Ah, yeah, baby. Come here, fallen one. I also love down here that it tells you how many you've killed. I don't know if this is like kind of a... I don't know where this trope comes from, if it even is a trope, but the more that you kill, the more it tells you, like down there, I can't move my mouse because like it'll not highlight them, but down there, it tells you how many you've killed, and it tells you what they're immune to. So the more that you kill, the more your character learns about the enemy, and can, you know, learn, he learns more about them. It'll eventually tell you their hit points and everything, which is cool. Also, this game, I should say, this is kind of a pretty big important part of this game, is that this game is completely random. All of this map here, it's all randomly generated in every game. So if I save my game and just continue, it won't like start over. You know, everything below me is obviously random, but if I start a new character, or take this character into basically a new game plus, it will, it'll completely be different. It'll be different every single time. The quests are different. There's like a certain amount of quests that they randomly feed you, but... Huh. Got a dagger. But it makes this game's replayability incredibly high. So I got these books. They take, this requires 15 magic to use, and this requires 17 magic to use. I can't use it because I'm a dumb warrior. I don't have any intelligence. Drinks can be refreshed. Oh yeah, I leveled. I didn't even do the points. Let's do that. So magic actually is pretty helpful. Now I'm gonna do another into dex. 2 into dex. 3 into dex. And we'll do 1 strength, 1 vitality. You cannot reroll those stats. Once they are in there, they are in there. The entire game. Ooh, gold. Oh god, zombies. I'm trying not to talk too much because I want you to be able to kind of hear this incredible soundtrack. So, you basically, like I said, you basically just keep going down these dungeons, and I already found the stairs down. The stairs down to level 2 I already passed, but like I said, this game is pretty hard, and you need all the experience you can get. Like, the monsters in this game don't respawn. So there's a limited amount of creatures in this game, so I generally clear out every level.
Too much baggage.
Yeah, okay. So these, like this dagger, I don't really need it. Short bow, yeah, alright, sure. I would rather have the book. The books sell for more, and in the chance that I get higher magic, I can learn it and learn a second rank, because I already have the first book. But anyway, yeah, I try to kill everything that I can. The higher level you are, the better off you are. if you just try to rush through this game, I mean, I'm sure speedrunners have some, you know, crazy method to get the right spell and or whatever, but if you're playing this game just casually like this, you need level, man. You gotta get beefy, bro. See there, it just shows our hit points down there now that I've killed all those skeletons. So I really hope you cannot hear my clicking, because I'm clicking a lot. You click to move, you click to attack. Boy, you click to do everything. Scroll of Identify. Alright, so what that does is you will get, like, blue items. See how this item is blue? That means that it has a magical property that I don't know what it is yet. So yeah, see it says not identified right there. If I use a Scroll of Identify on it, it will add 5 to my strength. That's actually pretty awesome. So let's look. So the game is still not paused while the screen is completely blanked out, so we have to listen to hear if we're getting attacked or not. Okay. Dagger of Strength. +5 to strength. So right now my damage is 1 to 8. So this dagger is a lot weaker than my saber, but the strength might actually offset it. 2 to 5, 1 to 8. No. Saber's still better. So we can just sell that dagger. Okay, we're about done with this level. Of course, all the items too are also randomly generated. You have no idea. You have no idea what's gonna happen. Let's save. Yeah, so this map can be kind of, it's actually very intuitive. You can actually really see where things are, but if you're not actually playing, like, it can be a little bit confusing, so I'm trying to leave it off for you guys. But I need to leave it on at some point so I can see where the hell I'm going. Because these dungeons, or these dungeon levels, do not get smaller, as you would imagine. Okay, we're done. We're done with level 1. So let's go to level 2. And in fact, let's actually call that an episode, I would say. That's a pretty good length. Let's go down. And here we are on level 2. Looks exactly the same as level 1 so far, just unexplored. Sometimes these floors change, but I also need to go to town at some point. Oh boy. Okay. Well, we will continue, and I will do level 2 on the next episode. Thanks, guys.